So I got your sketches here, but something that doesn't make sense to me is that you submitted your paper and your sketches at the same time. So you never got any feedback on the paper. So the sketches are kind of out there, kind of not really, they're not really meaning a whole lot. And let me tell you why, because based on my the first video, and hopefully you watched that by now, and I'm really kind of trying to scramble here because I know you're running out of time and I want to help you out here. So what I would like you to do is I would like you to go back and please view the video from M1 Task 1. And I left the video there for it. Then reconsider your approach here because there's some things missing. Like, how did we get to this aesthetic here? And what does it mean? And where did the quote come from? None of that is summarized in your paper at all. I mean, in your paper, you were talking about Renaissance, and now you're showing like this kind of angular structure. In your paper, you didn't mention any quote, and now you have this quote. So I need to know the logical progression in order to determine the success of your conceptual development. Okay, and right now I'm not seeing that. So my recommendation would be to go back over to M1 Task 1, take a look at your video. All right, and then reassess your approach here. You probably will have to reassess your approach to the paper as well. So it's really important that you get this now during the first spread of our zine. And the reason is because we're going to continue this process for the second and third spreads as well. And fourth, I think there's, yeah. And so we have to get this down pat now, okay? And that's why I'm so adamant about getting this to you. Now listen, if you have to break a deadline, I'm okay with that because I know that this was weird getting into the second milestone 2 tasks during the week of milestone 1. I'm not saying take your time. I'm saying if you have to miss by an hour or 2 or maybe even a night, I get it. Just let me know. But it's really important that you make these connections that I'm talking about between the visual demeanor, the quote itself, the designer, and the period from which you're using as your visual assistance, and then also reasoning for the font. Okay. All right. Any questions at all? Please let me know. But other than that, I'll be looking for your repost. All right. Thanks, Ashley.